Right, good afternoon everybody. Questions for Alison, who'd like to go first?
So Alison, will you sleep well at night tonight? You think you gave it all out there, or just what
Yeah.
you feeling?
Yeah, I definitely gave it everything I had. I'm really proud of my effort today, and I definitely thought maybe I had a peak here and there at a couple openings, but Serena really upped her level, as only a champion would, and yeah, she won the match. So it was really actually very interesting for me to be on the opposite end because I felt her up her game and her intensity, and yeah, I hope she takes the title now.
Alison, great week of tennis. At the end of the match, you had that double fault, and it was because you were going for it,
Yeah.
right? So, like, can you talk a little bit about how when you play Serena, you feel you have to push it a little bit, have to go for more than you might in some other situation, and that leads you into certain situations?
Yeah, actually, that double fault in particular, the point before that, I think kind of was still on my mind. I didn't let go of it. She guessed right at the net and hit a winning volley, and I should have put that shot away, which irritated me. But I think that it's no secret that Serena has an amazing serve, but Serena has an equally as amazing return, and I've never played anyone that has a return like Serena. So that put a lot of pressure on my serve. I was then more cognizant of when I was missing my first serve because I was like, wow, here I go serving another second serve. She's probably going to throw this down my throat. So it does put a lot of pressure on you just because she starts points unlike anyone else on tour. And I thought she did that exceptionally well today, and I was definitely feeling the pressure.
So Alison, 15 sets in 5 matches. We didn't expect less. And okay, a couple of double faults were not good on break points, but you had 100% of break points converted, 5 out of 5. I mean, it's not easy to break Serena 5 times. So did you get used to her serve? Did you read it enough well?
Yeah, I actually thought I did a very good job in my return games against Serena. Unfortunately, again, I just wasn't able to do as well on my serve, and that's because Serena's return is exceptional. So it was kind of a catch-22, but I really did as best I could, and it was all credit to Serena for being able to take it to me and really make things happen.
How would you describe what makes the walk from the locker room to center court here different from any other experience in tennis?
Yeah, well, I've only done it a few times, and but today I think was extra special because it was something that I've never been this far in the event, so it was extra special for me. But you just feel like you're about to be a part of something very unique and very rare. You're passing people, you're passing club members who obviously have probably excelled in something very special, and people that have probably done very well in life and are just excited to watch a good tennis match. And everything inside the clubhouse is very classic and traditional, and it's just a very special walk passing all different kinds of people. So I don't know, it was very special, and yeah, I'll always remember it.
Just one quick follow-up. What are some of the different things that you see on the walls, on the ground, etc., in that very long walk from the locker room to center court?
Yeah, to be quite honest, I was looking at the ground the entire time, so I can't really tell you too much about that. But like I said, the decor from what I saw on the carpets was really traditional, really classic. And you also have, again, Phil Brooks, Jill Brooks were there greeting you before you go on the court and after as well, and a couple people that I did not know. But yeah, just very, very special atmosphere, and probably the best walk. It would only be better if you won.
Alison, in the third set, I think you were 2-1 up and serving, and it was deuce, and Serena's changed her racket. From where we were and from TV, it didn't look like she'd broken a string or damaged the racket. I mean, what's your kind of feeling about that? I mean, sort of typically we'd look at that as a little bit of a no-no, I guess.
Oh, I didn't think anything of it. I do that sometimes as well. She might have just felt like she, maybe the racket was too loose. She wasn't hitting, or too tight, who knows. But I didn't think anything of that.
Alison, you seem like a pretty verbal person, as well as being good with the racket. You express yourself well, too. I'm just curious, when you're in the match like that, what kind of things you're saying to yourself?
You don't want to know. I'm not sure I can repeat it all here. But I think ultimately there's just like a lot of encouragement to myself going on and what I really need to do to impose myself. Keep going after shots, keeping aggressive, taking the ball early. I think just everything that I know that needs to be done is what I'm repeating to myself in those times, probably with a few vulgarities involved, but that is what is being said.
And Serena's aura, do you feel that across the net? Do you feel that when you're playing her? The way that she has a competitive desire and her hunger? Definitely.
I think no matter any time Serena walks on the court, you're going to feel something special. She's something our sport has never seen before. So I definitely feel it. But at the same time, I was not overwhelmed today. I felt very in the moment, and I think she was very respectful, and as was I, and it was an honor to play against her.
The good news is you've had a great grass court season. The bad news is you have another 47 weeks to wait before it comes round again. Are you going to set yourself some slightly different goals to at least try and make sure you're, say, top 32 for next year so that you get seeded here and that you can make the most of what's clearly a short but very productive time of year for you?
Right. I think, ultimately I'm not really too concerned with rankings and seedings and things like that. I think that if I can keep doing what I feel like I'm doing well right now, and I think most of it is mental, to be honest, that, only good things can happen. I mean, I've been on tour for 10 years, and this is my first quarterfinals. So I like to think that, it's only the beginning of something special, and, I can only pray that I have, at least a few more years left. And no matter how short the grass court season is, maybe if I stick around tennis long enough, they'll add a week or two.
Great tournament, Ali. A few profound questions. You once told us that you carry a piece of blanket around that you had when you're a kid. You still have that. And who did your dad cover when he was on the Secret Service detail? And finally, you've got to give us, there has to be one fun story from your dad's days as an agent or with the Secret Service that you can share with us.
Well, starting with a blanket, it actually disintegrated. I had it for that long, so I had nothing left. It was a little nodule that I would carry, and it's gone. So it's been gone for about 6 years now, 5 or 6 years. And my dad was on President Detail with Clinton. He was with Bush Sr. And he did that for quite a while. He was also with actually Reagan for a very short period of time. And honestly, my dad didn't share too many stories when he was actually he wasn't allowed to, but I don't think I would share any of them now either, to be honest. His humor is a little off color, so I would probably feel better keeping them to myself.
So, first quarters. Did it ever occur to you, maybe before the match, first time you are closer to the end than to the beginning of the tournament? I mean, you won 4, and now if I won 3 more, I'm there. Did you ever think about it?
To be honest, I didn't, because I knew that today was going to be a battle, as was every one of my matches previously. So I was really just trying to take today, for what it was, and one of the best players that the sport's ever seen. So I knew it was going to be a tall order. I really did believe that I could win today. I thought I was very close, but yeah, it was, yeah, and then it just wasn't meant to be.
Just a quick follow-up.
Yeah.
If Serena wins the title and you advocate for this, will you think I was a breakup in the third with the champion here? So I'm there.
I think that even whether Serena wins or, you know, doesn't win, which I did tell her at the net to take the title. So whether she just smiled. She smiled and laughed a little bit. But I do believe she will win here, especially if she plays the level that she played today. I definitely believe that. And whether she does or not, however, I take a lot of confidence and a lot of pride from what I did do out there, because I do think I played against the best Serena today. And so, and I was right with her, and unfortunately it just didn't go my way.
You spoke a few minutes ago about having a few more years left. At the other end of the spectrum this week has been Coco Gauff.
Yeah.
What are your impressions of her, and what do you think she might mean to the sport?
Yeah, I absolutely love Coco. I also really love her family. I think she's surrounded by some really cool people. And I feel like ultimately she has an amazing head on her shoulders. She seems mature, way past her years. And I think that's an incredible sign of what's to come for her. And like I said, her parents seem awesome. They seem to really keep her grounded, which I think is really special. And I think we're just seeing the beginning of Coco Gauff.
Could you talk a little bit more about Serena in the sense of her sense of fight, her being a warrior? Just talk about that quality and how you perceive that in her.
Yeah, I think obviously Serena has so many amazing qualities, but I think that's her number one. And that's what sets her apart from everyone else in the world. And that's what has set her apart for many years since she began. And at, I think at 1-0, when I broke her at the beginning of the third, I immediately knew in that next game, I could sense that she started grunting louder and she started having a lot more punch behind her ball. And I thought that was really interesting because, you know, that's something that not a lot of people would be able to get out of themselves, and Serena really made it happen. And I think that just shows you she's always out there to take it to her opponent and have no mercy, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to win. So I thought it was really interesting, and I definitely noticed it, and I was aware of that, and credit to her for being able to dig that deep to make it happen.
She said that experience was really the ultimate difference, having been out there so many times and played those kind of matches so many times. Did you feel inside of you that you were at any disadvantage in having not had that quarterfinal experience or moment in the past?
Well, I think always experience plays a part in anything that we do. I think the more that you're in a certain situation, obviously the more comfortable you're going to be there. With that being said, I didn't for once today feel uncomfortable. I thought it was great that I was able to play Vandeweghe on court 1 in the first day to get that under my belt. And even there, I felt very content and comfortable. So today, it was an amazing atmosphere. It was just a great experience, and I loved every part of it, even though I lost.
Right, that's all we have time for. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Have a good morning.